What's up, guys? It is the Big Puma, aka
Be ready.
and this is episode number 13 of MLB Mondays. If you missed the last episode, Buck McGraw was moved up to the Houston Astros, and he's had a few games in there. Averages .360 with a home run and 7 RBIs. Not too bad. As you see, the seats are empty. There's a lot of people out there who look the same. The crowd is freaking me out. Anyways, let's get on to Buck's first at bat here against the Washington Nationals. It was a pinch hit assignment. They are down 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Buck gets a low ball and hits it out towards left center, out there towards the visiting team's bullpen, and he squeezes in a double, and that's going to be it for this game. Buck does get a double, but they end up losing 4-3 to the Nationals. As you can see his other stats there, 10 hits, 26 at-bats. Next game, he is 9 games in, 385 with a home run and 7 RBIs still. Now, Buck, I'm surprised he hasn't been traded yet, because most of the time when you're playing the game, your guy is traded by the time they get up to AAA, and he made it all the way to the pros, so that's good for Buck. We are playing the Washington Nationals again, bottom of the first, and he shoots it over the second baseman out there into right field and gets himself a single. Let's take a look at that replay. He hits the ball over the head, 99 miles an hour. That's very fast ball off the bat there out into right field as we see the Astros pitchers out there. 2-1, bottom of the fourth, 2-2, no men on base, and Buck bounces it over the pitcher, which he easily could have stuck his glove out there and got the second baseman. Doesn't throw it to first base, so that gives him a hit there. 2 for 4 in that game. 10 games, 400 average. His average is moving on up. There's a guy wearing an Astros basketball jersey for some odd reason, jumping up and down. Number 10. Nobody knows who that is. Anyways, Buck's in the box, 1-0, bottom of the second, 2 strikes, and Buck takes care of business. He knows it too. He takes a big shot out there into right field, and that is going to move the train across the tracks. You see the Bank of America building. That's the brown building back there as he rounds the bases. That's going to be his second major league home run, but it doesn't really help out the team because Buck is the only one that gets a run as we see him come down the third baseline and finally cross the plate at home. And we're going to take a look at the home run again from a different angle and a little bit in slow motion. Like I said, Buck knew that one was going over the wall, and we just watched it go. So here we go, 6-1. You can see bottom of the 9th with a strike, and Buck's doing all he can to help out his team. He takes a big shot out there into right field. Buck rounds first base, and he is hustling to make it into second, and he does. But that's going to be the end of that game. They end up losing 6-1. 11 games, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. We are now in Chicago. The Astros are wearing their brick red away jerseys. My wife is sneezing in the background. We are playing the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field, and you can see their stadium is jam-packed. They have a pretty decent record. Top of the fourth, nobody on and no score. And Buck tries to check swing, gets it out over to third base, and he ends up running it out. You can see him super excited there. Makes his way back to first base. 2 men on, top of the 6th and 2 out. And Buck gets a shot out there towards center field. Center fielder picks it up, and everyone's moving around the bases. 1 run scores, and Buck gets to second base before getting thrown out and moving the guy over to first. Bases loaded. Houston's up 3-0, top of the 9th. Buck takes a big shot out to right field. All the men are holding, and he catches it and brings a guy home, and that's going to make the score 4-0. So here we go, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, and we are at the Chicago Cubs once again. And now we're wearing our gray away jerseys. They have multiple jerseys, road, alternate road, which is his alternate, and then a home and alternate home. 4-1, top of the 10th. Buck is with that shot, 1 for 5. I appreciate it, guys. Come on back next week.